bottom of a product page. You'll receive email notification every time your favorite brands will be live on HSN. Customize your shopping experience with when to watch emails today.
Hello, welcome in to an hour of relaxation flying first class international. We have Lazy Boy today, the originators of the recliner. They have improved on perfection and we have the best price anywhere. We have our manuals and we have the electric. We're going to go through all the details so you know exactly which one or maybe two are going to be perfect to upgrade your home and really your whole life, because this is where we love to spend our time. We have 4 colors in a new fabrication. Be still my beating heart. This is like a suede, supple, I can't even, it's like a little kitty's fur. It's just unbelievable. We have 4 colors. This one is the oyster, very pretty and very popular. This is the powder. It's like a light slate gray blue ice, very, very pretty. These 2 are going to be your go-tos. If you can't choose, just think, do I have the warm, cool tones on my floor or the cool tones? If you have those cool tones, the lead is going to look spectacular. And if you have those wood tones in your home, look at the tawny. Those will be your 4 colors through the manual or through the power chair. They're both great deals because if you're going to buy these retail, it's about $2,000 for the manual and nearly $3,000 for the power chair. We have huge discounts here. Everyone will have free shipping. Wait till you hear how great our shipping is too on this. Everyone will have 5 Flex, and we even have VIP financing, which means no one who is using an HSN card will spend more than $100 to get their home right away. In fact, if you're getting that power chair, a $94 and change payment, and we ship it right away. If you're getting the manual, it will be $61. Imagine having that with no interest, by the way. You don't pay a cent more than anyone else. You just have an extra 13 months to pay for it, and that is as easy as it gets. I want to bring in the expert, and I don't just mean the expert. I mean, she trains all of the other experts. She is the true product specialist, a renowned interior designer. We have Amy Salm with us. Amy, are we gonna sit there? Because I am ready to relax.
Come on.
Here we go. We'll go to the power ones first. Let's start at the really, really fancy room.
How are you?
I am so good. I always get thrilled when I see that I have a show with you.
Thank you.
Because first impressions are everything. And as soon as you sit in this chair, oh my goodness, it's wider than I expected. There's more support, even higher than I expected.
Yes.
The rock is wonderful.
Isn't it? You know, the nice thing about a Lazy Boy, and we've been around since 1927, so this is our 98th year, is look what happens. I just sat down and the chair itself moves. My toes don't touch the ground. So it has this very soft, gentle rocking, which is the very first step of relaxation. Right?
Instantaneous.
Instantaneous. And then, of course, if you want to rock a little more, you can. And then this is our power recliner. Now, this is the Trooper. We haven't had the Trooper for a while. It's the #2 Lazy Boy style recliner in the last 5+ years.
Wow.
So this is what you've asked us to stay on HSN, but this is the brand new Kudos fabric, like you said. It has the pebbling in the swatch that looks like leather, a grain of leather. But when you touch it, it's almost that, you're right, it's like a Persian cat without all that long fur and almost a suede velvet feel. It's so gentle on the skin. And then in the power recliner, this is infinite reclining positions. So this is your power wand. This is designed, manufactured, patented by Lazy Boy, so you won't find this anywhere else. Like a car, there is your home button. So wherever you are reclined, it comes back to a seated, upright, rocking position. You get 2 memory settings. So if you're sharing the chair, you have yourself maybe as #1, your loved one is #2. If you're each getting a pair, because when you put these side by side, it's like a small sofa. And then we've got the big table in the middle, but you put a small table in, you've got the size of a small sofa. Then you can each program your chair. So watch what's gonna happen. I'm gonna press #2, and it goes back to my favorite reclining position.
Wow.
Now, if I want it to change, I can raise the headrest, I can lower the leg rest. On the opposite side, my camera's backwards. There we go. So look, I'm raising the headrest, and I'm coming up to a higher position of seating. Now I can lower the leg rest just a little bit more. Infinite reclining positions. I can reset number 2. You'll hear 2 beeps. There they are. Now it's set, and then I can press the home button and go back. I'm not moving. The chair's doing all the moving for me. And it's whisper quiet.
That's, even the rocking, it's silent.
Yes.
There is a whisper silence with the actual mechanism, which is so impressive. My impression of the seated cushion is above and beyond. It's almost like you don't know where the base is, and yet it's supportive,
Yes.
which I love. You know, I've had my lumbar issues, I've had tailbone issues. I feel like this is a supportive cushioning that will envelop you. It will be very, very difficult to share. I think that's why oftentimes we find that they're purchased in 2, and it's
Yes.
probably worth mentioning. I was shocked to hear just how few of these we were able to bring in today. And it's worth mentioning early, we have about 180 total of the manual chair for everyone. That's across all 4 of these beautiful colors. And about 300 of the power chair. And I'll let you know which of the colors are starting to sell out as they move. But that's the cushioning I'm talking about,
Yes.
Amy. When I sat down, it feels like a memory foam is at work here, but it's something that's elevated from that.
It is, and we'll show you a demo in just a minute, but this is our graphic by Lazy Boy. We're the only company that is actually partnered with Tempur-Pedic. Now, Tempur-Pedic we know is the #1 known mattress brand. What it took over 5 years for their scientists and our engineers to bring a mattress down to the size of a seat cushion. We use our high resiliency foam underneath the Tempur-Pedic. So what happens is when you sit down, it accepts your body weight immediately. Then the Tempur Response memory foam then starts to conform to your body. So each person that sits in the chair gets customized seating. So imagine a plop feature that accepts your body weight, and then you will literally feel it begin to contour. Now, one of the reasons the Trooper is #2 all across and has been for over 5 years is because this is also a bucket seat, just like a car. What does that mean? That means there's additional foam underneath that gives you kind of what I would call like a triangular feature on each side of the seat.
Wow.
That keeps your body centered and additional cradling. So one layer on top of another layer. And this is what you've been watching from our factory, our largest factory in Dayton, Tennessee, where we cut our own metal. We do all of that foam that's customized. So it's not only customized in the seat, but the foam that shapes the arm. There's so much padding in the arms. There's padding in the front of the arms. There's padding here in the back. Everything is done by Trooper style only. And then when we manufacture another style, everything for that is customized only. So this is why, look at this padding in the arm. This is called a pillow top. And when you set your arms here, it's not up here bothering my shoulders, it's not too low. Even that is manufactured at a correct height for all different body heights. Look at yours. You're a good 6 inches taller than I am.
Yes.
But when you sit, it's not shrugging your shoulders or dropping your shoulders either.
I could tell, even if I had the best pillow in the house and it felt like just this armrest here, I'd be thrilled. You really, you know, you have to put some effort to compress it so you are getting that cushioning, and it doesn't just, you know, cut off and drop off. It's all the way enveloped, just as Amy was mentioning. I can tell that there was something elevated, a little bit more science went into this seat as soon as I sat down. You're not just saying, oh, it's overfilled, oh, it's overstuffed. This is supportive. This is beyond comfortable, and I could see people renting sitting in this chair for $100 just because of the amount of relief. I'm also not very tech savvy, Amy, and I sometimes get overwhelmed with remotes.
Yes.
This remote was so easy for me to immediately understand. Those were those presets that you mentioned, right? So myself, my husband, and then this is how we just get back to the regular way, the way it would be is the home. But these are the only buttons I really needed to know, and I love that they're highlighted.
Yes, it's up, down, and if you look at the center of your power wand, the back button is lighter white.
Whoa.
The base button, the leg rest, has its own white color, so you see each one. Now, what I want to show, and Natasha, I'm going to come over to you. And I want everyone to see what your hand wand looks like and where it operates. So I'm going to let you press the first button.
Yes,
that reclines the back. The power chair has 4 separate motors. So this operates one touch at a time, or just as you did, you lowered the back all at once.
Yes.
Now, use the second button and it will raise the leg rest. There you go. So now that's maxed out. What you're now sitting in is 66 inches of comfort from the top of the chair all the way to the base. A twin mattress is 72 inches in length. Look at what it does. It's now customized around the neck, the shoulders, the lower back, through the hip flexors, behind the knees, all the way down to the tip where the ankles are. This is head to toe comfort that you get to see when you're sitting. Now, what if you want to put this away? This is all magnetic. So your wand goes right in the cradle. We call that a cradle. There's a little finger divot here for you to release it when you're ready. So go ahead and show that. Very good. Now, not only is the buttons here, but let's just say you lose your wand, right? It could be anywhere in the house like the television remote.
Yes.
In the front is a Find My Remote button.
Every couch should have that button.
Now, the wand itself beeps. Press any button, it stops. Now, I'm going to say, we're right here beside it. Of course it's going to work. No, we can walk across the room and you'll still hear it and be able to find it. In the back, let's just say little ones at home love to play with the buttons and you're reclining. And so now we're going to lower one, then we're going to up. We're going to change all your buttons. No, in the back is a communication button. You can turn the communication off. Now try. You can't use your power wand.
Yes.
So nobody can play with all those settings, and when you're ready, just push it back to the front. Now, we've seen in power reviews on HSN, mine came and it wasn't working. What you may have done and didn't even realize is that you turn the communication off, slide it forward, just make sure, and then your power wand works. By the way, when we come for delivery, we are actually including the batteries for this, and then we'll talk about the delivery part and what happens when we put it all together. And, oh, by the way, one last thing, we give you a USB port also. It's a charging port, so it'll start at 0 and take you all the way to 100% very quickly.
I completely understand how this is a $3,000 chair. I completely get it. Our prices here are out of this world. We've taken almost $1,000 off of the manual. And if you are going to get the power, and may I just say, after really experiencing that, I think this is the best way to take advantage of today's opportunity while we still have them. The slate, by the way, is already very popular if you are loving that deeper gray tone, and especially if you're thinking of grabbing 2. To get that home for the lead, that is that slate gray color. Yes. It's called lead if you're calling in or ordering online. To get this home for $94 on your HSN card, or the $339 flex payment, that will be shipped right away. Remember, we don't do layaway, so whatever your first month's payment may be, that's when this is shipped to you for free. It's delivered for free, it's unpacked for free. It is completely put together in the space that you choose, even if it's upstairs or downstairs, for free, and they'll make sure that that time works for you, always calling ahead, making sure that that is the date, that is the time. They'll give you the window. It's a very, almost kind of luxurious 5-star delivery experience that most of the time places will charge. They'll charge even a few $100s for delivery or for setting it up. Here, this is all included. You'll see they'll even take it up the stairs, which I love. I could never make my husband do that, but they will do it for free. They will unpack it and put the two pieces together. I can't even hear that motor on the power recliner go, but wow, is that impressive.
Yes.
You know, the best naps of your life, they're worth everything.
Yes.
And how much is good, restful sleep worth to you? How much is, for me, just that bit of relief on my lower back or your shoulders? Because remember, you're not just getting the cushion beneath the seat here. That impressive cushion is continued all the way. My shoulders are supported, my lower back, and if I need a little more lumbar support, that's adjustable.
Exactly. Now, and I was going to show on this chair because I'm very short. I have short legs, and I want everyone to see what happens, what you're talking about. We have a third button. This reclines the back is the second button. Oh, I'm going backwards. There we go. There we go. When we recline the back, look what happens to the front of the seat. So if you worry about, okay, well, you're both ladies, how does a gentleman fit in this? What happens with Lazy Boy is as you recline the back, the seats always come forward. That's giving additional leg rest room. Watch this happen. I'm going to do one touch at a time. Okay, here's the back again. Every time I turn the back, look at the front of the leg rest. It's coming forward also. Then if you have short like me and you need some more back support, raise the headrest. This is another whole motor, and it lifts the headrest up to 55 degrees. And then as you lift, you can also increase the lumbar. If you can watch the pillow here, it will come forward. Now, this is not like a car. There is no air bladder in here. Cars have air bladders in the seats. Because it's Lazy Boy, because of our designs, this is a fourth motor. That motor comes in behind the foam, not an air bladder. And it moves the foam forward, so it gives you additional lumbar support. And because of this smile design, we have extra padding on each side. That's called a T-cushion. There's a T-cushion in the seat and one in the back. What that does is supports the kidneys because the kidneys are part of the lower back. So you want all of that supported. Now I'm going to show you my number one. It might be on that chair, but because I'm so short, if I sit back in the chair, I can't reach the floor. So if I raise this headrest, it comes up to me. Now I'm supported without moving, and I can move the lumbar forward. I can take the back up, lower the leg rest, lower this. Look what happens. My feet are coming to the ground without me doing anything. Now I'm pushing off with the feet versus rocking without itself. And this is one button at the time that you make every single adjustment yourself. Press the home button when you're ready, and it goes back to the original position.
This would be the world's greatest nursing chair. It would be the world's greatest rest and relaxation chair. I do think if you can, get one for the partner and one for yourself. This is the way to do it. You know, so often we think that we have to sacrifice the way something looks in our space in order for it to be the good chair, the comfortable chair, the chair that makes binging all the favorite shows and watching episode 1 to episode 6, which is what we do now. That's how we, you know, it's how we live, is we watch our media, we watch our television. Sometimes, you know, we have our cell phones. I love that I could just plug it into the chair and be charging it there. That is so neat. The one thing I also love to do while I'm watching is I'm eating, I'm drinking my wine, whatever it may be. Now the color chair that you are in,
this is the
so
oyster.
pretty, the oyster. I would be nervous having that color, as clumsy as I am, but Lazy Boy, they are the top of the line when it comes to stain resistance and spill resistance, right, Amy?
It is, and this is iClean technology. Now, it is exclusive to Lazy Boy, and this is a great way for me to show you the pattern. This is the seaming that actually makes it look like the veining inside an actual leather hide. And then you see these small areas that look like the cell structure of a leather hide, but it's 100% fabric. It's very soft to the touch, but with the iClean technology and Lazy Boy exclusivity, this is treated with a water-based, family-friendly solution, but not on the top. It doesn't wear off. It won't rub off on your clothes. You can't go to a big box store and spray some more on. It's inherent to every fiber. So when you spill, it stays on the surface.
Oh my goodness.
And this is all I do, is I just let the spill come right to the towel.
Oh, that is so neat.
And some of the drops, look at how it's just, I'm not moving the towel, it's coming to the towel. There's nothing special about my paper towel. It's the same kind you probably use in your kitchen. Now I'm gonna dab some of these extra drops.
Wow.
That's all you do, is just a nice firm dab. Okay, feel the fabric.
I don't even feel anywhere where it's even damp.
No, but this is where your stains are. They're on your paper towel. They're not on your furniture. Why is that important? Because if it did absorb into the fabric, and you could call a cleaning company to come out and clean the surface, it still is behind. All your stains go behind the fabric, then it's down inside of the chair where it begins to live a life of its own. That won't happen on the Lazy Boy upholstery, because everything we choose for you at HSN is iClean technology.
And you get that with the oyster. You also get it with this one, the tawny, of course. I mean, I saw the oyster, I said, that's the color I would want.
Yes.
I think it's so luxurious. But I oftentimes go for the darker tones, the deeper tones, just because of this.
Yes.
That's all included. That's not extra. You know, when I purchased my couch, the last couch I'll ever buy, they said, do you want it to have the stain resistance on it? That'll be an extra $500. Do you want us to deliver it? That will be an extra $250. And it's like, no, I'll carry the couch out myself. Of course. And all of these things they add and they add. And here it's included, not just on the beautiful oyster and on the tawny, but of course then on the lead color, which is that dark gray, and the powder, which is the beautiful blue gray. And the delivery is what really makes this a no-brainer for me. If you have the HSN credit card, you already know being a VIP member is really the best perk. You know, we always get our extra flex payment when you're using your HSN credit card, but if you do VIP financing, what that means is you're not paying any interest, not even 1%. If you tried to finance this at a big box store, first of all, you're looking at over $1,000 in a higher ticket price. The retail prices for these are about at $3,000 and $2,000 respectively. That is what you would pay going into any of those furniture stores for these chairs. Well, here we said, let's take about $1,000 or $1,300 off of that price for our HSN customers, and let's go ahead and divide it into 5. That's what everyone gets. Even if you don't have an HSN credit card, any major credit card, Apple Pay, debit card, whatever it may be, you don't have to read anything, you don't have to get approved. You just say, let me pay 20% and ship it to me for free right away. Get those big, strong men to deliver it to me for free. They'll call ahead of time. They'll even schedule the date a few days out. And then the day of, they'll call to make sure, is it still a good time? Let's give you a heads up. And then you just tell them right up there, right down there, thank you, delivered, set up, plugged in, ready to go, and you are off to relaxation. That price for that flex payment on the manual is incredibly low at $219. Imagine paying $219 and having this chair shipped to you for that full month of relaxation, and maybe even it's for the convalescing. It's just something you need to pick me up. There is no better way to say I deserve this than to give your full body that relief. You'll be enjoying it for a whole month before you pay $220. Everyone is invited to that deal. For the power recliner that I'm very much a fan of, it'll be $339. That is everyone's price. But when I mention those VIP members, it's kind of like the speakeasy. Because if you don't even have the HSN credit card yet, you could call the number. We will give you your new credit card number right over the phone. You don't have to wait for us to mail it to you. That's the number right there. You're about to see it on your screen. If you call that number and say, I love that Lazy Boy, I'd love to get those 18 months. Can I do it now even though you haven't mailed me the credit card yet? Yes, you can. We will give you your new credit card number over the phone. Then when you apply it for the Lazy Boy, you're getting yeah, those 5 months, but let's add 13 more months, not a cent extra in interest. Now your monthly payment to get this shipped to you will be $94 and change for this power recliner. And if you're going for the manual, how does $61 sound? $61 a month, you'll pay that for 18 months, but you're owning it immediately. None of these are on layaway. That's what I love so much. Even if you never use the HSN credit card again, there's no annual fee. You could just use it for just this, because nowhere else could you say $61, send me the international first class, unbelievably comfortable. I mean, I'm telling you, the cushion on this, as soon as I sat down, Amy, I said, oh, this is different.
It is different.
Tempur-Pedic.
It's the Tempur-Pedic that's, and I want to show everyone.
Yes.
Let me get up so that you can see. We'll go over to the manual recliner if that's good with you.
Oh, please.
So that I can open it and then show everybody where the cushioning is for that Tempur response, and then we can show the demo on the Tempur response. So when you open the lever, and I've got to do this very gently, and I'm going to tell you why. I broke 2 fingers a few weeks ago.
Oh no, I can help.
Nope, I got it.
Okay, okay.
I don't even have my splint on right now, just as long as I move very slowly. Okay. The Tempur response memory foam goes all the way in the back and all the way to underneath the ankle rest. Why is that important? Because when you are reclined, you don't recline when you're sitting up. You recline when the back is back. Every other company out there tells you your recliner's when you're all the way back. For Lazy Boy, you're reclined as soon as the leg rest begins to come up and the back reclines with you. We are also the only company that when you get up and move, look, the back moves with you. This is hinged at the back, where we would call that the hip of the chair. It is hinged just like your body. That was one of our very first patents. So remember that, 98 years ago. So again, when you sit down, even though this is the manual, everywhere you move, this comes with you, and I'm going to demonstrate that too. So with the bucket seat, if you look at this, it's higher here and here, and then comes down in the center. That memory foam does the same thing. It is actually contoured over more foam that gives that body that extra support on each side, whether you're short, tall, no matter your body sizes. And all of our chairs are tested to 300 pounds, and it's also heirloom furniture. So this is the furniture you will pass down from a generation to a generation. The other part of the manual recliner is it's a 3-position locking leg rest. Now that was very fast, but there's no body weight in that. So would you like to join me?
Oh yes, say less. Okay.
There's nothing like being able to sit down on the job, right? So
this one's just as comfortable.
I know.
Yeah, I know I love all the power, and by the way, everyone who's buying today is buying that power recliner, and I completely get it, especially at this deal. But wow, this would still be the nicest chair I've ever owned.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, on the side is your nickel finished what we call the arc handle, and it's extra long, so if you have your short arms, you can reach it. Now here is a flat area in the front for single finger operation. Now think of me, right-handed and 2 broken fingers, and I can still use this. So there's leg rest 1 is locking, leg rest 2 is locking, and then leg rest 3 locks. Now I'm a little floated downhill, try yours too. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're floating downhill. What happens is when you lean back, so you can put your feet up because this is your chair at home. Look what happens. The leg rest came up further, and you heard a ton of clicking in that. That is, again, exclusivity with Lazy Boy. We have an 18-position ratchet inside. That ratchet, once you elevate those legs where you want them, stops where the chair believes is best for your body size. So this is what the chair believes is the best reclining position for me. There's that same full 66 inches of reclining. And watch, when I move, the back comes with me, so I never lose the lumbar support. Every other company out there has 1 leg rest position. We have 54 reclining positions. So if you went into a big box store and you asked for Lazy Boy, because we are the Kleenex of that brand, they're going to take you to the recliner department and show you what they sell. They're not going to say, sorry, we don't carry Lazy Boy. They're down the street, or HSN, right?
Right.
They're not going to say that. They're going to sell you what they offer. But you'll know when you sit down that if your leg rest opens and then it just collapses, it's not authorized, authentic Lazy Boy. We put our name on the arc handle. You'll see our name underneath. And when you see these kind of features, and watch what happens when I lower the leg rest. Again, I did it earlier with no body weight. Now here's the body weight in it. It's just a quick drop. You'll hear a louder ping, but that means everything is working because everything had to unlock that locked.
It feels similar, but I just want to make sure, especially for our, our customers at home, does this one recline just as far back as the other one? Technically they do?
Yes,
okay,
yes, technically they do. If I put this next to the Power, they would do that because the motors are all designed to work just the same as the manual. And here's another beauty. I was not able to use the manual recliner for 6 weeks, but with the manual, you can use left hand or right hand, and this was entirely, even though I only broke these two, nothing worked for weeks. But with the Power version, I never lost that comfort.
That Power one is very, very cool. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll show you more of what makes Lazy Boy the #1 brand.
Hey there. Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love. Because when you're an HSN card VIP, the perks are all yours. And who doesn't love extra perks? Like 12 to 18-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on items that you love all day, every day. And HSN card VIPs enjoy extra perks. Oh, if you apply today and if approved, you could get $25 off your order. So, are you ready to jump in? Give them a ring or visit hsn.com.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smarts and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
Shop all today's deals in one place on QVC Plus and HSN Plus. Get what you need from QVC, HSN, and more at the price you want. It's all on QVC Plus and HSN Plus. Download the free TV app to start streaming now.
I'm Natasha Lloyd. I'm with Amy Salm, a renowned interior designer and also the Lazy Boy trainer to the Lazy Boy stars. She really understands what makes each of these that, as I like to call it, the international first class. And it's when, as soon as I sat down, what I noticed today was, oh, there's something happening with the cushioning in this chair that's above and beyond what I may have expected. I've heard of memory foam, I've heard of overstuffed, but when I sat down, it wasn't just remarkably comfortable.
Yes.
There was a support coming from multiple directions.
Different directions.
That felt almost soothing and healing in a way. It was very unique. So I think you're about to show us here just what makes the difference in the Tempur-Pedic foam.
Yes, and again, exclusive to Lazy Boy is our partnership with Tempur-Pedic. So imagine our partnership with HSN and why we're able to bring what we can bring and the prices that we offer. But now we have that perfect triangle of one of the you know, the three tops of everything, right? So this is our high resiliency foam. When I first sat down earlier, you saw I said this is your plop feature. This is what accepts your body weight as soon as you sit down. But when you sit down, watch what happens if I just put a slight bit of pressure on the Tempur-Pedic, and I'm barely pushing. Look at my wrist and my palm begin to disappear. This is what happens when you're talking about customized features. Now, I can take almost the fingers begin to disappear, but imagine a cue ball, all right? I'm gonna let you press because I don't have enough right hand strength just yet. So watch. The ball is completely gone. This is a cue ball, so you all understand if you play pool, this is not a lightweight ball. Now, as soon as you lift up, this is what happens with the body weight. I want you to do that again about halfway this time. Now, as it comes up, look at the contouring all the way around, and then there's just the tiny little divot that's left because of the weight of the ball. And as you move the ball around, it travels with the ball to keep the contouring directly under the pressure. So this is your hip flexors, this is your tailbone, these are your quadriceps, these are your hamstrings, this is the backs of the knees. How many of you have got knee replacement or meniscus issues? Maybe you've strained a calf from Pilates or you strained your calf from running. It supports everything all the way down, as I said, underneath the leg rest, because each person has different body dimensions. Maybe you've got longer legs, so you need more leg support. Or you're like me, a little taller torso, but very short legs. It takes care of me from my hip flexors all the way to the tips of my ankles.
There's a density to this that you really cannot compare. When you said you have the top of the three triangles, this is a foam that you do not find in other furniture.
No.
And you can tell right at the top, you know, if I'm just doing this and touching it, I can't necessarily tell, although I can tell, oh wow, this feels a little heavier. I can tell it's not just air. But then right there, right when it hits there is when I can tell the mechanical difference. That's something that no longer feels like a foam. It feels like almost there's a gelatinous foam-like, and that's what I felt on my behind, my hips, even my shoulders when I sat down. It was a nurturing enveloping that I can only imagine. I can only relate to like being in a womb.
Yes, now curl a corner.
Yes.
Look what happens when you try to curl. Look at your fingers, they just disappear because everything is contoured around the thumb, around the fingers, and as I get up or move away, it comes back to full shape. So when the next loved one sits down, the pressure is ideal for that person's body.
Even listen.
I know, right?
Like, this is not how foam, I'm tapping it with my fingers, if you can hear it with my mic. It sounds like I'm tapping a solid.
Yes, now do this one.
There's something different about, what's this?
Yeah, this is the under foam, and that's the over foam.
So this one's a little lighter maybe at the top?
This has the density. Again, this accepts the body weight. So I'm gonna plop the ball. This is us as soon as we sit down. We plop. We don't sit down nicely in our furniture. We all plop because we're tired and we're ready to relax. Imagine that accepts your body weight. Now on top of this, in your recliner, from all the way to the back of the seat to the feet, you have it all.
Forget it.
So that's the plop too, but notice what happens when it plops on the Tempur-Pedic. It accepts this plop, but the plop accepting is actually from below it, and then this is where you're sitting on the surface, and that's where that extra support and individualized comfort comes from.
Have you ever played with kinetic sand?
My granddaughter, yes.
If you've ever touched that kinetic sand, this is what my hands are reminding me of on that tactile feeling. This goes beyond foam. It goes beyond a mattress. It goes well beyond coils and way well beyond stuffing. I mean, we are in a whole new echelon of science, and you know, there are Tempur-Pedic mattresses, they could be thousands and thousands of dollars for this purpose. And now, a lot of us, we take our naps in a chair. My mother prefers to sleep at night in her chair. It works better for her CPAP. I mean, this is the chair that you deserve. It's a chair at about $1,000 off for the manual. By the way, we do only have about 30 left in that gorgeous light blue in the manual. And we have about 30 left in the lead, which is that deeper gray tone in the manual. And, you know, they're very limited. A lot of you are loving the power recliners, partially because you're getting about $1,300 off, the best price absolutely anywhere. And it is the Whisper Quiet recliner, of course. But I will tell you right now, the most popular is also the powder, which I think is wonderful. It's such a beautiful, light, unexpected color, and yet I think it's going to go really nicely in so many different decors. And the best part is, spill away.
Spill away. And we'll do that demo again.
I love
You know,
that.
that's the beauty again of the iClean fabric. Let's talk about that full price and the discounts that you're talking about. Why? We partnership with HSN and we bring you immediately all of our top selling custom order features. The powder, all colors of blue are actually our #1 custom order color. So why wouldn't we bring you a blue? We always bring a coffee or a chocolate, or in this particular case, a cocoa. We always bring you that fabulous lead color because these are the two balanced of the neutrals. And then of course the oyster, because many of you say, I really love light furniture. But can I? Absolutely, because of iClean. That is a custom order feature. The Tempur-Pedic that we just talked about is a custom order feature. The Arc handle is a custom order feature, as is the power version because of that nickel finish. That is a custom order feature. The rocker base itself is an upgrade. This is our beautiful coffee finish because it goes in your gray tones or your neutral tones. So we've upgraded you there. And then of course the iClean fabric. This is the top of the echelon when it comes to the covers, and this is a custom order feature. Everything we did is ready, so all they have to do is put it in their cart, cash out, as I love to hear you say, and then we're gonna call you and make an appointment for delivery. It is white glove. And the white glove delivery includes us calling you to make an appointment, and at 30 minutes out, we call to remind you you're on your way, so you're not sitting home all day waiting. And then we put the chair wherever you want it in your home, upstairs, downstairs, main level, nurseries, master suite, you name it. And then we put it together. That was the manual version. The back slides right on the base and you sit down and start using your chair. The power version is only a few steps more because there are 2 motors in the back, one for the lumbar and one for that tilting headrest, and then you have 2 in the base, one that controls the actual back itself as well as the leg rest. And here we are putting the power version together. The back still slides onto the base, but now we're going to lock together those DIN locking connectors. These do not pull apart, they do lock. And then we put it together with a power surge box. You don't need to go get an extension cord. You don't need to get a surge protector. All of that's already built in. And the surge protector itself has a space in there for 2 9-volt batteries. If you have those ready for us, they go right in the box. So if you ever lose power, the batteries will get you back up to a seated rocking position.
Great.
And also on hsn.com, we offer a lithium-ion battery that makes your chair wireless so you can float your furniture in the chair, in the room. This attaches all to the wires. It charges in about 5 to 7 hours. It will give you anywhere from 3 to 10 days of use. That's a big spread of 7 days, but that's because the more you use it, the more you're going to use the battery. But again, this just attaches in the back. It goes underneath the chair, and no one even knows that you have a power chair that's not plugged in, because maybe your vacuum that runs around the floor, like in my house, grabs a cord. Maybe you've got animals that might get up underneath. No, use the battery pack, which is again on hsn.com, and you have this completely floating in your room with a full customized look.
And those are $85 off. I think we only have 50 left though. So I would have to encourage you to move quickly on those rechargeable lithium ion batteries. I think they're a really wonderful add-on if you are choosing this power recliner. And I think this will be the best chair you ever own. I think it will be a noticeable upgrade from wherever you are currently spending your time, whether it is on the couch, in that love seat, in the chair that just has seen better days. I think this is the best of all worlds when it comes to how visually stunning it is. Truly has that look of the pebbled leather, the softness of just a velveteen. It's almost like the belly of the puppy. You know, when you just rub that belly, so soft. And also not overly warm, not sticky. You know, sometimes the ones that used to have that chenille-like finish, they just got a little bit too hot. They looked dated. The leather can be sticky. This is truly the best of all of those superlatives. And look how beautifully the light seems to even reflect off of that stunning slate gray that we're calling the lead color. There's your light powder blue. It's called powder online, or if you're calling it in, and of course the oyster. All of them treated with the clean, eye clean, meaning, and you'll see it here in a moment, it's like, you know, those shirts that they used to make, but only for menswear, because they always get all the cool stuff first.
Yes.
Where the water just beat it off of it. Well, now your whole chair will have that. And by the way, it's included. We're not charging extra for that. We're not charging extra for the in-home delivery. We're not charging extra to have them put it together, even if it's upstairs. Make sure that it's, you know, plugged in and ready to go. You will get your remote. That remote is so easy to use that I could understand it immediately. If you're afraid of, you know, forgetting which setting you want, you can have 2 settings just remembered for you there, and always take it back to home base. It is silent when it moves, but it feels almost like it's stronger than it needed to be. That's what my essence was, truly as if I was being cradled in something that was designed by the best of the best in the world, who've done it for just shy of a century, and have now created one of the best sellers they've ever had here for $1,400 off or $1,000 off if you're grabbing that manual. And remember, everyone can use our Flex Pay. This is something you can't use anywhere else. If you don't want to get the HSN credit card, I understand. Maybe you don't want to call someone and get the, you know, the card number today, because you could call them. They'll give you your credit card number over the phone. Even if I used to think, well, if I call, I'm not gonna be able to get the chair with it because it's gonna be mailed to me in 2 weeks. And by that time, the deal will be over. It'll be sold out. No, they'll give you the new credit card number over the phone. And then I thought, well, how long do I have to wait before I can use it? Girl, you can use it today, and you can really do some hack shopping here. Immediately become a VIP member. And if this is the only purchase you ever make on it, good for you. You really beat the system here, because now it's a $61 payment if you're getting the manual, or $94 to get this power recliner shipped to you today. Right away. You're not paying a cent more than anyone else if you're using VIP. You just have 18 months to pay for it, and it's not layaway. I think if you are going to get 2, or even if you're just getting that one, that $91, and I want to double check, $94.38. My goodness, I really believe there have been times that I would have rented this chair just for the day. For that. I mean, this is unbelievably comfortable. See that you know, you had your fingers, and you know, anytime there's any injury, all you want is to get me as comfortable as possible and don't move me.
That's right. That's right. And you and I have talked before about your back, and I feel so bad about all the different things that you have to go through. But think about just sleeping. I also have a sleep issue. I don't need a CPAP or anything like that. My body will not allow me to settle down. I'm a night owl. But I don't want to keep my husband away. So I can sit in the chair, I can recline it in our master bedroom. It's so quiet, he doesn't even realize I got up and I'm in the chair, and I still can, then with the rocking and then the comfort that's inside, it starts to allow me to get my mind in an area and a body for resting that I can go back to sleep. Our granddaughter was rocked and is still rocked in her Lazy Boy with all of these bells and whistles. And Mom was able to, Mom and baby both just couldn't get any sleep either. But once the baby got comfortable and Mom was able to rest in the chair, they both had a more refreshing night and day the following day. So these are things to think about, not just the fun part of having power, not just the comfort overall when you're watching television, reading your favorite book, sitting with your grandchild or maybe your fur baby. I love to sit with the fur baby. But it's just the dream of relaxation, let alone the convalescing that you might need.
I just realized this is perfect for B because she can hop up right there and then crawl up
There you go.
here.
And with this tea cushion, look at how much more leg width you have in a tea cushion.
You could easily fit a dog on each side here. And remember, they also are getting the best seat in the house because this has that wonderful cushioning all over the armrest. You know, there's nothing worse than sitting in what seems to be a nice chair and then placing your arm on a little thin armrest that you can kind of feel like it's going to fall off on the inside or the outside, and you feel more like you're sitting on an airplane than sitting in a relaxing chair. This isn't that. Every single inch of this is going to be comforted, and what that means is when your elbows lay, they lay. You know, the secret to good restful sleep is staying asleep. The less you toss and turn, the better sleep you have, whether it's the nap, whether it's if you're sleeping in your chair, maybe you need to be a little bit more elevated. This will be your way to find that exact happy point for you. I can tell you where mine is there was a moment right when I hit it right. Hold on, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really gonna find it. There.
Now,
just right there.
Press number 1.
There. Oh, okay, now I have it for good. Now, oh no, I went to someone else's preset, I lost it. How dare you, Amy?
And that's
I'll tell you what I felt before Amy betrayed me by sending me to someone's preset. I felt relief on my lower back. I felt the moment where there was not any strain. Now that's just me, I'm not making any claims. It's just you may find that there's something that you didn't even realize in a zero gravity position or when that leg is that high or if you just have that much more support on your neck. Sometimes we don't even know what it would be like to have 5 assistants and say, can you just put a little bit more of a pillow right there? Okay, and how about can you put that pillow right there? Nope, and just one more under my leg. Nope, take that one away, put it under that one. Imagine if you could say that and your chair just said, yes, madam, and did it immediately. I mean, that's what we're getting here. Really customizable, elegant comfort home at prices you cannot find anywhere else. Remember, this is about $3,000, a little under $3,000, I believe it is $2,985 retail. And I think it's worth every penny. And if you can go to the retail and pay that, that's fantastic. But why do that when you can save nearly $1,300 today and get this power recliner? We have in the dozens left on the one that I'm sitting in right now. This one is called the Tawny. It is the power. And if you're gonna do it, I think today's the day to do it with the power. And if we haven't yet sold out of the additional battery, if you're thinking about putting one more, you know, in the center of the chair, I'm just getting where we do still have some of those left. I would add on the battery as well if it's something that you think, even if there's a power outage. And you don't want to. Yes, I know, I'd love to. Can you imagine the power outage and everyone is, and you're sitting there in your reclining chair going.
Hey, you've got the backup battery and you don't even have to think about, do I have a generator? Do you know? No, you don't need the generator.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. If I put that battery in here, would I still be able to use the USB to charge as well?
Absolutely. But remember, the more charging and the more moving you do, that takes the battery down. It will eventually need to be charged. But the charging is really, truly from anywhere from 3 to 10 days. It just depends on how much you use attached to the chair. And then when it's time, this actually beeps to let you know that the battery's coming down. You plug it in, it's already in the bottom of the chair, you just attach the power cords to it. And oh, by the way, we give you 8 feet of power cord. So it's not like, oh, now I have to find the extension cord, now I have to get the other white cord, now I have to put it all. No, it's so simple to attach everything together, charge it back up in 5 to 7 hours, and then disconnect and put the main box away, and all of this is ready to go. Now, back to the fabric.
Yes.
I spilled this, I want to say 10 minutes ago. Easy 10 minutes ago.
Oh, right.
And it is still, the spill is still sitting there. Now, I want everyone to know, this is cranberry juice. I stopped bringing the wine in because it makes me thirsty. So I bring in the cranberry juice because it's the stickiest of all the juices. If you've ever spilled cranberry juice in the kitchen and you have the kind of counters that it rolls over, I can come back a few days later and I thought I got everything and it's like, oh, what is stuck here?
It leaves a pink stain everywhere.
It does. Well, this is why I use the cranberry. So this is your ordinary paper towel. I have not panicked. I'm just going to lay the paper towel right beside. Wow. Look how all of the liquid comes to the paper towel, and I'm just going to dab. Now I'll turn the paper towel over and do a nice press. Okay, that's all I've done. This is completely dry, and everything is here, and it's no longer living in your furniture, which is, if you didn't have the iClean technology, which is exclusive to Lazy Boy, it's one of our upgrades, this would already be absorbed into the fabric and living underneath the fabric and already on the cushions. Exclusive to Lazy Boy, we always bring you iClean here at HSN.
We only have about 4 minutes left, and in these last few minutes, I just want you to look down at your arms and see what they're resting on right now. What does that fabric look like? Is there comfort meeting your elbows unlike anything they've ever had? Is every inch where you would place your hands always the place where once you just put them there, they stay there? It's as if you were just laid onto a cloud. How is your bottom feeling? Are you even feeling comfort anymore? Did it bottom out on the seat? Is it just cushion? Is it just a foam that's seen better days? How does it look in your home? Are you putting blanket after blanket over so people don't have to see it? Imagine if the stains couldn't stay on it. Imagine if it was softer than a rose petal and looked brand new for years. And now I want you to imagine the way your neck would feel if every time you leaned your head back, that cushion was right there to meet you, right at the base of the head, at the neck. My shoulders have never been pampered like this. Everything all the way down to my ankles. This is how you get the best sleep of your life, whether it's laying in the chair at night or laying in the chair for the nap. And if you did decide maybe you didn't want to grab it today, you want to wait until a week from now or 2 weeks from now and we don't have them anymore, you go into the store and you say, give me that reclining Lazy Boy I saw on HSN. I think it was called the Trooper. They'll say, okay, $2,985. That's the price on the Power. Okay, you know what? That wasn't the price they were selling it for. Let's go for the manual. Okay, well, how about the manual is $1,000? Oh, excuse me, that's not even correct. $1,375. Oh, $1,900. I keep looking at the savings. I'm telling you, I would kick myself, and here's what I would do. I would walk out. I'd walk out and I would say, you know what, I'll wait until the next time they go on sale at HSN. I can't tell you when that will be. I'm not sure that we'll still have any in the particular one that I'm in right now. It is very popular. This is the Power. It's in the tawny. If you need to, I'd get to. Otherwise, there's going to be some interpersonal problems there. But look at the space. Look at the luxury. Think of the upgrade to your space. Think of the luxury and the upgrade to the way you feel. For me, it was my lower back and my neck. I didn't think when I sat in it, I would be able to tell the difference in just a second, Amy.
And you can.
Sitting in it, immediate difference.
Everything that we do, we've done for 98 years. It is still made in America. From your family members and friends all across the United States. We're still here. We're proud to be made in America. Our corporate offices, our world headquarters is still in Monroe, Michigan, where it started in 1927 with two cousins out of their garage. And we're still making our chairs that way today. Everything flexes like your hips so that when you do sit down and when you recline, you feel like it's your body at full rest. Again, this is how we cut the foam. Imagine, as we've talked about, this is where your arms rest. We cut the foam individually. We cut to the size, not one size fits all. The back where your neck and head and lumbar. This is triple tumbled Dacron. Industry standard is single tumbled. We test everything about our fabrics, not just the spill test that gets a 5 out of 5, but there's us testing the foam. We test our furniture with a 250-pound metal dummy 100,000 times because that equals a lifetime of ownership. This is why Lazy Boy has been passed down from generation to generation. Everything we do, the way we build, gives you heirloom furniture for family member to family member, generation to generation.
Oh, yes. This will be the best chair for years and years to come. Amy, that was absolutely my pleasure.
The hour goes by so fast.
You know what? This is why you will be watching all your favorite programs in this chair.
That's right.
We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we have our Today's Special with you. I'm Natasha Lloyd. Thanks.
Thank you.
We're standing up for our right to be lazy.
By sitting down.
And reclining back.
We work full-time and we parent full-time.
We will be reclined until further notice.
It's our right to let the dishes soak overnight.
And to mow the lawn tomorrow, wish.
We proudly declare that yes, we are still watching that.
And no, we won't be cooking tonight.
We, the lazy, are taking back lazy.
By getting comfy on our Lazy Boy furniture.
Lazy Boy, long live the lazy.
Welcome back. We have a full hour of Hue for you today. This means comfort. It means just the most wearable elegance. It really is designed for women, just the way we want to dress day in and day out. How cute is this rib knit cardigan?